Alright, everybody. So, welcome back. Last session, you continued your exploration of Blingdenstone, talking to the locals, the people in charge, finding out what you could about the situation and what was going on in the city. Most notably, Topsy and Turvy decided to head into the Gold Whisker Warrens, the section of Blingdenstone that had been blocked off and taken over by the were-rat population. They were going to head in there and see if they could meet with the were-rat's leader and try to get you all an audience with them, preferably without you all being skewered or dropped into pit traps and things like that while you were on your way to try and talk to them. So that's where Topsy and Turvy went. They said they would need at least a day or two to find and then convince the Gold Whisker clan to speak with you all, but they're hoping that after this time that you all will be able to head in there peacefully and have a conversation with them. In the meantime, you decided to go about your own business in the city, doing some shopping, on your way to put your Deep Gnome hand to rest. Pellic, I think his name. Oh, yeah, Pellic, I think his name was. But either way, heading that way to put his ghost to rest, and noticing that while Blingdenstone was, for the most part, safe, there was still some unfortunate events happening. Namely, the Restless Dead, their spirits remaining after the trauma they endured during the sacking of Blingdenstone so many years ago. As well as a problem to the south and to the east of Blingdenstone. A section that has been blocked off and being plagued by a strange, sentient mist that seems to be floating around, driving elementals mad, and causing all kinds of havoc. You've learned a little bit about this, being asked to speak to the Stone Wardens at the Speaking Stones to find out more when you had the opportunity. But yeah, you all have made good impressions on the Diggermatics, the two leaders of the city, and they said they'd be more than happy to share with you routes to the surface once they are sure that they can trust you. So, that is where we are now. You all are at the Trade District right after witnessing a ooze attack. Another thing that's been going on in the city. Oozes are being inextricably drawn toward the northeastern sections of the city. No one quite knows why just yet. But that is where we are now. Alright, so we are back on the map of Blingdenstone, everybody. I have updated a few of the things. I have put down some markers so that you can all get a better idea of where you are, so we're not having to switch between those big maps all the time. But yeah, you all are currently in the Trader's Grotto. I believe you were doing some shopping last we left off, before heading to put your hand friend to rest. So, the market is quickly returning to normal after the incident. So what would y'all like to do?
And we've already left?
You all are still at the Trader's Grotto.
What time is it, roughly?
As far as time goes, it's winding into the evening here.
Perhaps we should retire for the night before going out and looking for these oozes? Oozai?
Oozum?
Yes, whatever the dialect would be for them.
That makes sense. We've done a lot today. We made it to Blingdenstone. We met the apparent rulers of this city. And even found some time to put some spirits to rest. I think we've deserved a rest.
Cillian, were you able to get anything? Any weapons or armor?
No, but I think I'm okay for now.
You sure? We have some gold. If you want something, we have the gold for it. I imagine, maybe.
Surely some magical arrows at the very least, or bolts.
Ooh.
Okay, out of character here.
Mm-hmm.
Still a new guy. Didn't know what the hell to get,
Okay.
if anything.
So potions are always good buy when you're at shops that sell such things. I think everybody has. How's everybody doing on upgraded weapons? Is anybody still carrying your standard gear, your standard weapons?
I'm a wizard.
Oh, wait. So,
yes.
better armor. What kind of armor are you wearing, Cillian?
Breastplate.
A breastplate. That's actually pretty damn good. Okay.
Well, the only reason why he would need magical arrows is because he's going to be doing half damage on things that that have resistance to normal damage.
I thought the magical of the weapon transferred to the ammunition.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
He has a. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Dealing magic damage hasn't been a problem for a while. I don't think. Other than that, how much gold did you all have to spend? There was the possibility of there being some minor magic items here.
You could get some braces of archery for 1,500.
It's actually on the cheap.
I was looking at that. I don't think it counts for crossbow. It's only for longbow.
Oh, made with such weapons.
Okay, and it was listed specifically. Okay.
What a mean condition.
How dare they balance their game?
I know.
Well,
I took everything I wanted to just like break Cillian even more was like tens of thousands. So
yeah, it's items like magic items spike pretty dramatically in price.
Ooh, a dancing sword.
Well, we can always come back later.
Right, and the way that I work these kind of things is depending on the rarity of the item, we do a D100 for the chance that that specific item is available in a shop like this. So, like, if for example, if we were to go with the Bracers of Archery, I think it's an uncommon, right? Or is it a...
Ooh, I had it. It is uncommon.
Yeah, so the Bracers of Archery, you would have a 50-50 shot of finding it just here in the markets, right? Rarer items, the chances go down all the way to, like, 5% or 2%. That is how I do shopping for magic items.
we couldn't even do arrows. I'm not even seeing any arrows on here.
Magical ammunition is what that would be listed under.
Well, let's off and get ourselves a room and board.
Oh, actually, we can get quite a few of those if you want.
He's already got a +1
ammunition
crossbow.
+1.
He's already got the +1 crossbow, so it makes the ammunition redundant.
I'll do some looking at some point.
Yeah, if any of you wanted to load some magic arrows into your ranged weapons, that would be a different story. But for Cillian, he's already got what he needs on that front.
you could get some for Eldeth.
There you go.
Oh,
Not a
okay.
terrible idea. She's not wielding a +1 weapon yet.
I was gonna say neither Cillian nor Eldeth have +1 weapons.
Can I get I need a +1 javelin. I'm joking.
I was like, we can do that. Like,
Wait.
you'll just have to go back and get it every time you throw it.
I was gonna say never throw it somewhere you can't get it back from. You can get. Where was I? Just saw it. A javelin of lightning.
Ooh.
Lightning javelin's a good item.
1,500. It's a magic weapon. When you hurl it and speak the command word, it transforms into a bolt of lightning,
Ooh.
forming a line of 5 feet wide that extends out from you to a target within 120 feet. Each creature in the line, excluding you and the target, must make a DC 13 Dex saving throw, taking 46 lightning damage on a failed save. Half in a successful.
Nice.
Then it turns back to a javelin.
I'll save up for it. But I can grab a couple of those magic arrows for Eldeth.
Okay. What's the price list for magic ammunition? +1 ammunition?
25.
25. Okay. Get as much as you need. I believe
But
Eldeth
it's
uses a
down.
longbow, right?
Mhm.
Cool.
Try to get a deal. You're getting a few.
Ah, indeed. And after you all have just rescued the traders from these things, I'll sell them to you for 15 apiece.
Okay. I'll take 10.
So 150. So I will do my best to keep track of when Eldeth's shooting at, like, things that could potentially, like, damage her ammunition beyond repair. But for the most part, she can just keep recycling that same ammunition unless, of course, she shoots it somewhere where she can't retrieve it afterwards. More or less, we can assume that she has done that unless a fight happens where we need to make some special circumstance of how she could retrieve them. Like if she was shooting at lava monsters, right? Like how the hell she's going to get that back?
Okay.
For example.
Now, would people mind if I got what's his name, Sareth, a +1 weapon?
He has a +1 dagger.
It's gonna give him like a +1 longsword. But sure, he does have the dagger. Ah, that makes sense. He can switch to that if we go up against something that has resistance. 1,000 is a lot on an NPC. Anyone else want anything? Enduring spellbooks for our wizards.
Oh, right. We're going to keep Schrodinger in the party as a crew-run character so that Tyler can just drop in and drop out. So you all think of anything that Schrodinger might need?
Would have to look at his sheet.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and open it up for everybody right now. Can
Pretty
be
sure
edited
that's
and controlled by all players. Okay, so whoever would like to can run Schrodinger. I will take over whenever no one else wants to. So yeah.
Iron Stone of Protection.
So I need to clean up my journal. I haven't done this in way too long. Group loot, party items. Jeez, this is... I forget, like, by level 6, the party item list is usually so much bigger than this, but this has kind of been a low stuff adventure.
If you want to change that.
Nah, it's fun. It's gritty realism. Nah, not really.
I'm tempted by the circlet of blasting, I have to admit. But only one use of Scorching Ray. It's not amazing.
Okay.
Rabbits.
Okay. So remember, the market's going to be here. You don't have to make your decisions right now. You can always come back and decide later. Did you already put the hand to rest? I thought you'd waited for that. Am I mistaken?
No, we didn't go down into the catacombs.
Not into the catacombs. Right, you were worried about having to fight undead things down there.
We kept getting warned about the stone guy and yellow cloud thing.
Indeed.
Well, with a long rest, I think me and Ara can probably handle a lot of the undead.
So, are we going back to the inn/tavern?
The foaming
Yes.
mug.
Yes,
Time
sounds wonderful.
for pastries and a nap.
Okay, so on your way back to the foaming mug, could somebody please roll a d20 for me? Okay. All right. So, on your way back, evening is falling. Things are beginning to wind down here in Blingdenstone. You make your way back to the residential quarter and back towards the foaming mug. And once again, you pass by and through even the field of drow statues that you had passed by before. One of them missing a finger, all of them coated in a fine layer of what looks like a yellow dust. Remind me again who has the highest passive perception among the group?
I think that's me with 17.
17. Okay. Uranus, make a perception check as you pass through among these statues.
Turn off guidance. Perception. Ooh.
Uranus, you notice out of the corner of your eyes you pass through among this veritable forest of drow statues. You notice what looks like a cloud at first. It's hugging the ceiling, top corner. You notice it for a split second before it kind of almost like a draft was pulling it through a crack, inhales itself into a stone wall nearby up in a ceiling corner and vanishes. Your attention is drawn that direction in such a way that you are staring right at one of these statues of a drow woman. Looks like she might have been a priestess. The statue looks at you and turns its head. You hear stone grinding. Opens its mouth as if trying to scream, but no sound comes out, and it reaches out for you, Uranus. I'm gonna roll initiative.
Oh. Let's say, what kind of vibe do I get?
The murdery kind.
I was like, is this my goddess reaching out to me?
Afraid not.
There's lots of idol and stone things in religion.
Well, you can certainly wait to find out.
No. On some level, I realize if I'm rolling for initiative, it's bad. That's my spidey sense. That can't be right.
Okay, good. They rolled low on their initiative.
Did we short rest at some point?
Yes. It was assumed
Okay,
short
that's
rest
fine.
at the market.
That's why I've got my Channel Divinity.
Okay, everybody in there. Let's get Schrodinger in there.
Ooh, and oh no, our NPC's on with
Your
us.
NPCs are back at the foaming mug.
Lucky.
Right? They actually got to relax. Alright, Cillian, you are up first. These statues appear to be drow soldiers, or they were at one point. Priestesses mixed among them, all of them just stone replicas of what they once were now.
Is the one this? Come on, do it.
That one, yeah.
Is he? It's like in between.
Yeah,
both
I'll go ahead and consolidate their positions right now.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
I will give you a second there. I will bonus action Hunter's Mark that one. That's right next to me.
Okay.
And I will shoot it twice.
That's a hit. For 20 points. Fantastic. 24?
24.
Anything else? Superiority dice? Anything like that going on there?
Not on that one.
Okay. So, several pieces of her get broken away. Arrows flashing through her. Definitely chipping away at her. 16 bounces harmlessly off, ricochets off from her stony body.
I shall. Did we short rest after the oozes or before?
Short rest. We can assume you short rested after the oozes.
Okay, then I shall surge my action
All right.
and 2 more shots.
15 is no good.
They're just getting worse.
Fortunate. Right. Anything else?
Just gonna cry, I guess.
Crying is a free action. Uranus, you're up.
So I'm confident that these used to be drow at some point.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, just doing some very quick. And the range. Where is it? 30 feet, thought so. Okay, so Uranus will step. That close enough? No. Step here. He'll put a hand to his symbol of Lestry as he cries out, "I'm sorry, cousins, for what has happened to you, but I will put you to rest now." And he'll use his Radiance of the Dawn.
Okay.
If they could all make a con save.
Alright. Try and grab them all real quick. Okay. DC and damage.
Alright, let me press the button. Where was it? Here we go.
15 for 22. 22 radiant. That is a lot of failures. Ooh. Alright, so with a flash of light, Cillian, you see all of them almost kind of shield their eyes, almost in like a reflexive gesture. There are no eyes to shield, but they do so. And you can see a lot of them kind of howl wordlessly.
Uranus will then, with his bonus action, for this is what I always do, but he will chant an undercommon and do the necessary religious hand gestures and cast spiritual weapon.
Where?
I'll put it there. Ooh. Is it too late to... Oh, no, I've already said it. I will hit the one in front of it.
Alright. $20 hits.
6 force damage.
6 force. Fantastic. Cracks
And that's the
fissure
end of my
along
turn.
its surface, but it still stands. Brings us to Schrodinger. Any suggestions on what Schrodinger might do before I just cast Magic Missile?
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Alright, Magic Missile it is. On that one. So that one takes 12 force damage and promptly explodes. Schrodinger. There's nowhere for him to move that won't involve opportunity attacks.
Did I reach?
No, but he wants to get away from the 4 of them that are going to close up on him.
Oh.
So, I think that's worth taking one. Oh, he doesn't take any. He just gets in the middle. Cool. Right. Gresh.
I will cast a spell.
Reasonable for a wizard.
Yeah, if you really want to surprise us, but I'd like a mace or something.
I need a fireball token.
Fireball!
Can I? Where's?
Getting it right now.
Oh, it's not on the list. Okay.
Fireball ruler. It needs to be 1 unit bigger. There. So right here?
Yeah.
Discretion's given up.
1 unit to the right.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a good fireball.
The warmth is nice.
Everybody down, and I'll cast fireball.
Nice. Okay, so that's 4 of them. Decent damage. 15 for 26.
Ooh, that's a good roll too.
That
Holy
is.
crap!
Mm-hmm.
All right, they all fail. All right, the force of the blast disintegrating several of them where they stand, dropping in heaps of rubble and dust.
Ah. Well, now that I have that settled, everyone, good luck. I wish you all the best. That'll be the end of my turn.
Sarah, you're up.
Okay. Sarah will bonus action Shield of Faith.
Okay.
And move over here. And raise her sword to cleave the stone drow.
There you are. Okay. 23 hits.
Ugh. 5 slashing.
5. Okay. 13 is no good.
Okay, and that'll be her turn.
All right, all right. They actually are going to get a turn. Look at that. They rolled so low, I'm like, wow. They might not even get it. And somehow we still managed to get Schrodinger in the line of fire. Sarah, you have 2 of them. They are...
Come at me.
They are doing so with fists of stone. Sarah, it is a 10 and a 7 to hit you, followed by a 9 and a 14. Wow, those are some low rolls. Wow.
Do you not know I'm a dwarf? Hitting me with stone actually strengthens my resolve. And she beats on her chest.
Nice. Alright, so there are 2 attacks heading for Schrodinger. 14 and 20. The 20 will hit. 8 bludgeoning. Uranus. One of them is going to begin attacking you. A 10 and a 13. Those both miss, bringing us back to Cillian.
Bonus action, I will move my mark to the one next to Schrodinger,
Okay.
and I will shoot it.
$16's no good.
You know what? For my pride, I will use precision attack.
Okay. That gets it up there. Okay, so 10 piercing.
10 plus.
Fantastic, it crumbles.
That's my turn.
Okay. Uranus.
I will I'll walk over, stand there,
Cool.
and try to destroy this one with the Dawnbringer.
The Dawnbringer. 19 hits. 13. Very nice. So for 11. 11 is still good. Dawnbringer cleaves through the stone with little resistance. Falls away in 2 halves, which shatter on the ground.
I will then have my spiritual weapon float up alongside me to there. Oop, that works too. And try to take a chunk out of this one.
Got it.
Cha.
26, good hit.
It's better than I do. 9
9
force damage.
force does destroy another of the statues.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Brings us to Schrodinger, who will magic missile again. Hold reliable. I feel like Schrodinger's gonna be mostly a magic missile machine. 15 points. It detonates. And with that, everybody, the halls do quiet. You can see gnomes beginning to poke their heads out from around corners, from in buildings, observing you all, trying to figure out what the hell just happened. You all are right around here right now, on your way back to the foaming mug. As you're all looking around, you begin to hear the marching of booted feet, armor jingling, chainmail rattling, working its way towards you, and around the corner, a small contingent of gnomes arrives. They look around, they say, "What's the commotion here? We heard there was a fight!" The one in the front, although he's not much taller than the other gnomes, he is considerably taller than the other gnomes, standing at about 3.5 feet. He has a commanding presence. Runs up towards you all. "Is there any more danger?"
I'm not sure. I think we got them all.
He nods and then lifts up his helmet visor, looks you all over. "You all are the adventurers from the surface, the ones who put Vezek to rest. Good to meet you." He approaches and extends a hand. "Sark Axebarrel. I run the militia here."
Arc. Axe. Is that one? Is that 2 words?
Sark,
Sir?
first name, last name Axebarrel.
Axe Barrel.
It's good
That is
to
a
meet you.
brilliant name.
Very nice to meet you.
This is good to meet you too. Good to meet you too. Seems true that Blingdenstone will be very, very benefited by having you all in the city. Good to have you here. Thank you for putting these ones down. More and more of them have been popping up throughout the city. Tomorrow morning we'll be starting an expedition to go out and destroy whichever ones still stand. He looks at the rubble and says, "Damn them for attacking us, but no one deserves the fate that they've suffered. Least of all to be brought back to fight the whims of some demon cloud."
Ah,
So I
Demon
wasn't
Cloud.
imagining it.
Says, "No, I'm sure you saw it. If these things are animated, then Ogrimok's Bane is likely behind it and was likely close by when it happened. Well, I'm sure you have much to do, but if you'd like to further help, you can see me at the barricade. I've got good work for you. See, there is darker things than a simple cloud lurking in the rock blight. I believe the cloud to simply be a minion of a greater evil that works inside of there. A Medusa, one of these former's leaders. Well, as I said, you've got much to do, but if you want some good coin and to do some good help, see me at the barricade. I'm there all day."
Oh, Captain
Yes.
Axe Barrel. Just a quick. You're saying a Medusa did this? That they were in league with the Drow when they attacked?
He nods and looks you up and down. He says, Aye, some of your misguided ilk. When they raided this place, some of them were left behind, intent on looting and pillaging as much as they could despite the dangers that Ogrimok's Bane presented to them.
I can't apologize enough for my distantly related
The crimes of your kin aren't yours. I would never hold that against you.
Thank you, sir.
Are you planning on finding the Medusa?
We must find her lair first. That's one of the jobs that I might ask you to do for me. If you could find her lair, I'd be happy to pay you each 50 gold. If you could instead find a Medusa's head and bring that to me, well then, I'd be willing to give you all 1,500 gold between the lot of you. It's 500 apiece. Save me and my men a lot of hassle and a lot of lives.
That would buy me a fine javelin as well.
Yes,
Keys
it
to the
would.
city it will grant you.
Really?
Well, think about it. We're about to go and have a meal.
Please do, please do. You all look like you could use some rest. Rest up. I doubt the Bane or the creature is going anywhere anytime soon. Barricade's hard to miss. Just travel east until you see a bunch of people with spears standing in front of a door.
Will do, Captain. Thank you.
He nods and turns around and he says, well, they've done our job for us, boys. Let's head back to the barricades. And him and his dozen armored deep gnomes go marching back towards the staging area.
What a terrible fate to be entombed in stone. I wonder if they were conscious at all.
Likely.
Oh. I would ask if there's any way to save them, but if we did, they'd just probably attack us.
Just because they're conscious doesn't mean they have a free will.
True.
Do you know anything about these Medusa creatures?
It's a good question. DM?
It's entirely possible that you all have heard stories as such. Anyone that is proficient in Arcana or history can make one of those checks to see how much info you have on Medusas. The basics are clear, that they are creatures that turn other creatures into stone by looking at them. Snakes for hair. Those basic facts would be known by all of you, but if you want more details, then one of those checks would be appropriate. Okay.
Could I do a medicine check to see if there's a way to turn someone back from being turned to stone? Does that make sense?
I believe that would still be Arcana.
Done.
Yeah. However, Gresh, with your 22, you would know. I mean, I think it would be safe to say that you would know anything that there is to know about Medusas, Gresh. Some of their weaknesses, some of their strengths, as well as the fact that if you were to look at them through other mediums, like looking at them through a mirror or through glass, even can reduce their effectiveness.
Like wearing glasses?
Perhaps not as good as some defensive measures, but it could provide some sort of advantage. Viewing them through any sort of medium is effective, at least to some degree. The more you put between yourself and it, the more effective it will be. But even so much as glasses could prove at least a little helpful.
Uranus, I think I know a little bit about these Medusa creatures.
Really?
Yes. If I remember correctly, they really dislike being looked in the eyes. It makes them very uncomfortable.
Interesting. How could we weaponize that though?
Perhaps yell and shout. Never blink.
Direct
Thank
eye
you, Crash.
contact? Is that where you're going, Crash?
Happy April Bleeding Stones Day. Oh, the opposite is true. Suppose you don't have any mirrors on you?
I put out 10.
No.
No, I don't. I mean, my holy symbol is very shiny. I think.
Anyone here adept at fighting while blind? All right.
Cillian, as fun as I'm sure you were having, could you
No kith.
could you not with my kitten's remains?
Can you not?
As you look over, I've created like a Mount Rushmore of drow heads.
What the
I've
fuck?
taken all of their hands. Hold on, I've taken all of their hands and broken off every finger but the middle one. So there's just a row of drow hands flipping off a row of drow heads.
Jesus.
Oh, delightfully macabre.
I think it's kind of funny.
I think that's hilarious.
It is odd that the deep gnomes didn't take the corpses.
Are they?
Gresh, as you say that, a gnome kind of taps your foot with a broom and starts sweeping in.
They sent a single gnome. How efficient.
He could be the first of many.
Nope, just me.
Maybe he's just eager. Oh. Well, thank you for doing your job, sir.
Yeah,
You can sweep up the arms and legs, but leave the heads and hands.
will do.
This is
No, sir, please get rid of all of them.
What?
Remove all of them.
Aranis, are you ordering this fine gnomish man around?
It's
He
not an
narrows his eyes at you.
order.
Uranus.
I would never think to order someone of the mighty race of Sneflin. The deep gnomes.
I
Just,
don't know. The drow
lead-
just like to do this.
Just a request.
He leans
If you would be
over
so
to you,
kind as
Cillian.
to grant it
says-
to me.
I'll get those ones last. Like, next week.
Sounds
Continues.
I slip him a gold piece. Make it nice.
I stomp off.
Okay, y'all. With that, you all can safely make it back to the Foaming Mug. The place is still relatively crowded. There's a lot of people around. There's even a few surface dwellers here now that the shops are closing down.
You say surface dwellers?
Yeah, there's surface dwellers here in Blingdenstone. Surface folk.
I would like to find one of these surface folk.
Sure. One of the traders you saw. Well, you haven't seen him, but you saw his wagon, packed full of all kinds of different weapons and armor from up above. He's sitting at one of the tables. He's got a mug of ale in front of him, and a plate of meat. Looks like pork, not salted.
Look. I smell it. Do you smell it, Gresh?
Indeed. Don't you think we should go over and introduce ourselves?
Yes. Excellent idea.
Well, you seem to be most personable. Perhaps start us off?
Good evening, sir. My name is Porkro. Oh, no. So my name is Sarah.
The man's an elderly man. Not elderly, probably in his like early 60s. Bald on top, a bit of a white short beard. Looks like he's been around. He kind of looks up, says, "Oh, wasn't expecting to see many others from above over here. Come, share my table, share my food, my drink."
Oh, that's quite generous of you. Do you like pastries?
I can go for a pastry. Do you like roast boar? He smiles.
Do I like roast boar? Do I not have a head on my shoulders, sir?
Very good, very good. I had it preserved on my way down here. I thought I would be hungry, and I know it's a bit of hard pickings here in Blingdenstone, but You're more than welcome. I'll be heading back up to the top in the morning.
You say to the top.
Indeed.
You mean outside, where the sun shines?
I will be heading that way, under Blingden Stone's guard, of course. Very secretive with their ways out. I'll be... well, let's just say that I won't be seeing the way out. At least not most of it.
And how long does this journey take, about?
Well, it takes about 10 days. Although, I don't remember much of it. They give me a little bit of a charm on the way out and on the way in. I only remember about 5 days of it, and then I open my eyes and I'm either here in Blingden Stone or out by the worm writhings. I can tell you it's much more pleasant the way in than the way out.
So, a 10-day to get out of here. And
Indeed.
your travels, how much does it cost you to go one way and then the other?
Well, you see, I bring goods, so... and I've been doing this job here with them for nigh on 30 years, with, of course, that short and regrettable break of about half a decade there. I don't like to talk about that. Dark times they were, but... I've been doing this with them for a long time now.
Perhaps I can offer you a bit of gold to delay your trip, so that we may accompany you.
Of course, you all are trying to get to the surface.
Yes, and your leaving tomorrow would be most advantageous.
Well, I can always delay my trip by a few days. No one's waiting for me up there. Got plenty of goods. There was slow selling today. I suppose I could set up shop for a few more days in the Trader's Grotto.
With the way things are going down here, a few days might change a great deal for the city.
Well, things have been getting better here. They certainly have.
Somewhat. Sarah, perhaps we should make haste with getting things done.
I just started the pork. What are you talking about? Try some. It's very good, Crash.
Preserved is not the same as fresh.
Yeah, beggars can't be choosers.
No, we can
Tappy!
choose.
Are we beggars?
Tappy! And she waves the barman. Tappy.
He waves at you and comes on over. What can I get for you?
You know those butter tarts I got last time?
Aye,
Yeah, could you bring a tray over for my friend here?
absolutely.
So you said that selling your wares, it was a little slow today.
Was a little slow today. People are on edge with all those statues coming to life and oozes in the streets and it's getting better, but it's still a little rough.
But this may be an odd request, but would you happen to have a mirror you might want to sell?
He thinks on it for a moment. I know, no mirror, but I do have a silver dagger that has quite the mirror to it.
Oh, you say it's shiny, you say?
Quite. And he
Would
reaches down and kind of goes through a couple of his bags that he has down by his feet and pulls out a rather lengthy dagger. A few more inches, it might even be a short sword. It's a rather hefty dagger. Broad, flat blade that is polished to a mirror's edge.
Now, please, do fill yourself on the butter tarts. They're quite good. How much would... Yeah?
Yeah, he has some and smiles
Oh.
and says, I like your negotiation tactics.
Please, you must have another one. Ooh, this one looks quite filled nicely with the buttery stuff. Here, and she practically plunges it into his mouth. Would you be willing to part with that shiny knife?
Oh, sorry.
He says that I most certainly will. And for such lovely company as you all, I would part with it at a good deal, I would indeed. See, I would sell it to you for 20 gold.
And how many would you have?
Like this one, just the one.
Oh.
The rest of my
Well,
steel is polished, but not nearly to the mirror's edge that this one is.
I'd say that's a fair price.
Won't find any fairer in the Underdark. The fucking
what do you
horse
say?
in the track. One of his horses got out of the stable.
What do you say, folks? And she'll look back to the party. I think it's a good deal. And if we're going to go after something we can't look at, perhaps this blade will help.
Is it? Sorry, it's just a silver blade.
It is a silver dagger.
I mean, I'm not familiar with these creatures, but will that help?
Well, the way I'm seeing it, Tyrannus, if I were to use it, I would perhaps perch it onto my shield so that I could face away from the Medusa, see her, and strike backwards.
I mean, we got our shields from the Durga, didn't we?
Yes.
Do they make metal shields or wood?
Iron.
Sorry, go on.
Iron.
Would that be polishable?
Not to the type of mirror edge that you would need to see from. Or mirror shine, I should say.
We could buy. It's just. I mean, just getting it to look like just the dagger on your shield. It's just not very big surface area.
No, I'm suggesting
There's
that
some mirrors.
that I look into the mirror so I don't have to look at the Medusa.
Yeah.
So is that the deal then?
Describe me.
Of course. A fair price at that.
Done! And I shall be delaying my trip to the surface then. Few days. You'll stay in touch, I'm sure.
I'm sure you'll hear about our deeds.
Ah, you're the lot. You're the lot that's been causing so much, I would say trouble, but quite the opposite from what I've heard.
We do what we can, but there are a few more things left to do here.
Good. From what I hear, my journey to the surface will be much benefited by having the likes of you accompanying me. I'd be happy to wait for you.
Thank you.
Alright everyone, let's retire for the evening.
Alright, unless there's anything else that you all would like to do, you all can go ahead and take your long rest.
I would quickly ask Gresh if he knows of any way to protect against the Medusa's abilities. A magical way, perhaps.
Close your eyes and hope for the best. The Guardians that
That's
protect
pretty
you
much it, ain't
see.
it?
I'm pretty accustomed to the concept of, following on faith. When I go into a physical encounter, though, I'd like to have something a bit more than just hoping.
Well, go towards it, close your eyes, call upon the spirits.
Right, okay. We could do that. Maybe we can purchase something in the market. Or do you know of a way to turn someone back from stone?
I do not.
I'll pray on it. See if inspiration strikes.
So, do you mean that in like a mechanical sense, Uranus? Like you would like to do an augury or something along those lines?
I don't have that prepared, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'll do some soul searching, I guess.
Okay.
It's just annoying. As a player, I know what would work. I'm just trying to figure out how Uranus would learn how to do it.
Well, Gresh's check, and he did share the information with you all.
I've been gifted the ability, Gresh, to remove curses. Do you think that might be an advantage?
Maybe a curse. I can't be 100% sure.
Or dispel magic?
Dispelling might be the best option.
Okay, so it's a spell that the Medusa casts.
It's a magical effect.
Okay.
This dagger is so shiny. Look at it. Cillian, look! You can see yourself in it. And she'll hold it up to Cillian.
I heard up a knife from the table. Is it as shiny?
Not nearly. Quite dull in comparison, actually.
From that fireball. That was a close one. Not quite as pale as I used to be.
Hey, have you got some nice color?
They just seem to go off around me.
Indeed.
Yes, Gresh, that was some remarkable aiming you pulled off.
Best to be precise with these sort of things. Wouldn't want to turn you all into, well, crackling.
And I think I speak for all of us when we say we're grateful for your carefulness.
I make no promises in the future, however.
Oh, good to know.
Oh!
I can only be accurate 50% of the time. But accurate every time for that 50%.
That makes sense, I think.
Right.
All right, everyone. So we will go ahead and proceed on to the next day. You all can go ahead and take your long rest. If you have not already, press dem buttons.
Oh, yes.
We'll go ahead and do that for Schrodinger, our undead tabaxi companion. Long rest. Take a good look at his spell list, too. And what we'll do is, when you all do level up, I'll just let Tyler know to hop into the server whenever he gets a second to level up Schrodinger, and we can just take a look at it from there. Well, alright, everybody. The night goes on without incident. You wake up to the next morning with a laundry list of tasks to do, some more pressing than others. Let's go ahead and take our break so that when we come back, we can go through whatever you decide to do without interruption. So, we'll take our break, and when we come back, you all can decide what you would like to tackle first. Alright, everybody, so we are back. You all have completed your long rest at the Foaming Mug down here in the southwestern portions of Blingdenstone, the safest of the safe places within the city. You have a laundry list of various tasks and jobs and things that you could do, and potentially even a way to the surface now. So it's up to you on what you would like to do.
I would like to pull aside Sarah an hour before we leave. I just like to pull her aside for a second. And I'll tell her, you will not believe the dream I had last night.
If it was anything like mine, I was eating more pork roast. But this time, I had dwarven beer with it. Was it like that dream, Aranis?
No, I'll admit it was a bit different than that. So, at first it was just me, and I was fighting just this never-ending swarm of drow. All seemed to be in league with Loth. Typical stuff, I have to be honest. I thought I was going to die. When this glow started to appear in my peripheral vision, and I thought it was Alestri. But actually, no, it was you coming to my aid.
It was me?
And it really reminded me of how much I value your friendship and your companionship and your allyship during all this.
Oh, that's very sweet, Aranis. Well,
And
you know I feel the same way about you.
And the reason that you were glowing was because you were using the Dawnbringer.
I was? Was I?
You were. And my teachings tell me that our dreams are important. They happen for a reason. They're messages, they're signs. Sometimes they're even, or could be. Which is why I feel very comfortable with this decision. And Aranis will reach down to his belt and he will give Sarah the Dawnbringer.
Oh, no, Aranis. I cannot accept this gift from you. Did the sword not choose you herself?
I think the sword just wants to be with someone who's of good of heart, good nature, knows what's right, knows what's wrong, steadfast even in diversity and difficult times. Give it to Shroom.
Speaking.
Yes. And
Are you
she
sure?
can talk. I am very sure.
Did you ask
I
her?
had this dream for a reason. I mean, we can ask her right now. I thought you should
Sarah,
be part of the conversation.
when you say, did you ask her, you hear a voice in your mind say, as long as the wielder walks in the light, that is all I care about.
I can think of no one who walks more in the light than you, sir. We all heard you take your oath.
Oh, yes, the oath.
One that I know you strive to follow every day.
I do. It's a real challenge, I must say. But I always choose to walk in the light and do what is right by my conscience. Fine. If the sword is fine with it and Aranis, you're fine to part with her, I would be honored to wield such a sword. And she'll take the sword from your hands. My Lady of Light, may I serve you well?
Dawnbringer ignites. Bright glow fills the room.
I think she's agreeing I did the right thing.
Does she talk to you, Aranis?
Oh, she never stops.
Oh.
Seriously, it's like an ongoing voiceover over everything. But you have fun with her, and he leaves.
So, Sarah, whenever Dawnbringer is not out and lit, every few minutes she will ask you to bring her into the light. She does not like to be in the dark. And she equates being not on as being in the dark.
Okay, so she wants to be unsheathed.
Yes, as often as possible.
Okay.
She's not like frantic or anything, but whenever you have her put away, every few minutes she will ask you to bring her out.
Okay.
It's annoying fast. But that didn't play into his decision in the slightest. It was definitely their dream.
Sarah happily secures Dawnbringer to her waist and, for now, keeps her out. so
Okay.
she can be part of the group.
I did say I did this an hour before we left if you wanted to attune to her.
Oh, I was wondering why. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, she's got a nifty few abilities. I'll just delete her from my bush. I think you can cast spells with her.
Yeah. Just a quick reminder, here she is again.
I forget how to add stuff to my sheet.
Yeah, less restoration. The light is sunlight, by the way.
Yeah, that's definitely helpful. Oh, it is sunlight.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Is anyone wearing drow gear?
Nope.
Not drow magical gear, unless you count. I think Syrif's got a +1 drow dagger.
Okay, the metal's fine. Any fabric that is of drow make that is close to Dawnbringer for too long will begin to degrade.
We don't have any Pewafwees.
Okay. No Pilwaffle.
Unfortunately.
So crazy that's just an item that every drow just gets.
Wait,
Except
what?
for you, Uranus.
I feel like I've been cheated out of my inheritance. What the?
No, in the lore, in the books and everything, the Pewafwe is just something drow carry, something they have.
I'm gonna take sending today and message my father. What the hell?
Would that be a Sunblade? Or
I think it's very similar, but there is actually a Sunblade, and then there's Dawnbringer. There's two different items.
Oh, yeah, it's on the compendium, unless it's 2 words.
Yeah, Dawnbringer, one word is in the compendium, and then Sunblade is its own thing. Yeah, they're similar but different.
I can't find it in the compendium.
I can't either.
Sunblade, 2 words. And then Dawnbringer, 1 word. I actually want to compare the two of them right now, because they are, now that you mention it, they are practically identical.
There is a Sun Sword. I think the Sun Sword is closer.
Yeah, Sunblade doesn't have the personality or the spell.
Jeez, Dawnbringer is a legendary item. That's a really good item. Y'all had to fight a lich to get it, I would certainly hope so. That literally almost killed you, too.
We remember.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Well, alright.
So should I just use the Sun Sword then?
No, here, I will do this. Sarah Ironsure, character sheet, Dawnbringer. There you go.
Thank you.
It's weird that you don't see it in the
I-
compendium. Go ahead, Zillion.
Can I roll for my stool evolution
Yes, you may.
planting?
And I believe we're up to a 30% chance that he will change now? Or is it 40? I forgot.
I think I've only done it once so far.
Okay, so that would...
should be.
Okay, so this would be just 20 then.
Alright, I'll go low, 1 to 20.
1 to 20. Good luck. Go stool!
He evolves!
Nice!
I have a Charizard!
Charizard.
So, Cillian, you wake up after your long rest, and you see something looming in the corner. And for a brief moment, you get startled, but then it moves towards you, and it is just a much larger version of Stool. Poofs out with a spray of spores, and he says, I feel different.
Hey, buddy. Look at you. You're all grown up and stuff.
So now, Stool Let's go ahead and see what kind of upgrade Stool got, and we'll see how he responds to this. Where is he at?
You want it to be like a hunter or something, right?
Yeah, he's going to be a Myconid adult now. Okay, ooh. He has pacifying spores now. And he can do more than just mildly headbutt things. Alright, so here's Stool's new character sheet, everybody, if you all want to take a look at that so you know what he's capable of in combat. Oh, what the hell?
It's asking me if I want to create the character.
Yeah. Go ahead and exit out of that.
Okay.
Stool. All players. Cool. That's all looking good. Show. Weird. So it's working fine on my end. Let's try this one more time. Okay, got that. Interesting. Okay, well, he has more HP, for starters. He has more abilities. He has pacifying spores now, which allow him to potentially stun enemies. He's still got his rapport spores, so he can talk to you all. His fists now do 2d4 damage instead of the puny little headbutts he was doing. So weird that it's not showing up for you. Now? He has arms now. Or you know what? Let's. What do you think? Does he look more like a Myconid adult, or does he still look like a toadstool, bigger?
He was really cute as the toadstool.
So we can just turn him into a really big toadstool and reflavor his fists as empowered headbutts.
Or I could teach him how to shoot a hand crossbow.
Certainly do that. Fuck.
I was going to say, probably get more use out of hands than a headbutt.
Alright, well, one way or another, Stool is a big boy now.
They grow up so fast.
Okay. Alright, everybody. So, Stool, Sereth, Stool and Sereth and Eldeth meet you downstairs in the tavern. They are ready to head out, tackle whatever adventures you all decide are most pertinent. So what do y'all want to do?
So we have a couple of options. We've got the slimes. I've got to return Pelek's hand to his resting place. We've got this Medusa creature. And, well, the were-rats are being taken care of right now anyways. Would you mind if I... No offense to the hand, I'd like to get rid of the hand.
It kind of hops out of the bag and makes some finger tapping gestures on the counter like it's ready to. It's like, come on, let's go.
Rather impatient hand. Sheesh.
Tyrannus, it turns towards you and gives you a rude gesture.
I give it a rude one back.
It seems pleased.
So, I think we've got to take him to the catacombs. Put him with his family, so that he may rest in peace for the rest of his days.
Does that make sense?
Okay. So y'all would like to head over to the Ruby in the Rough and then to the catacombs? Does that sound right?
Yeah, I'm happy with
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Let's go ahead and get a D20 for travel through Blingden Stone.
that. Cillian.
Okay. All right. Low is good. So you all make it to the Ruby in the Rough without incident. You see Glyphic Shroom Light out front, kind of doing some basic repairs in the temple. You met him the other day. He's the one who broke off a drow finger for study. One of the stones. As you all approach, says, good to see you all. Good to see you all. Heading down to pay your respects, are you?
Well, actually, we're trying to find the tomb for the Pellic family.
Oh, it's below, along with a lot of the others. Catacombs down there, very crowded these days, unfortunately.
Would you be able to tell us the most direct route?
Sure. And he gives you some directions. Basic directions, left here, straight for a few hundred feet, and then left, and then right, and then make a U-turn, 4 corridors down on the left-hand side.
Perfect. And anything we should be watching out for?
Jadger's down there. He's been, well, he's not been causing any trouble, but he sure has been showing up a whole lot lately.
And who is this Jadger?
Jadger. Well, he fell in the defense of Blingdenstone. The last one who fell, the last standing defender. His spirit's still down there, he's talking about the Burrow Wardens, but the Burrow Wardens are extinct now. They're long gone. They're gone the way of the original Blingdenstone defenders, you see. And he's always ranting and raving about restarting the Burrow Wardens and how he needs good fighting men, and always talking to the youth and stuff, but he's just a doddering old fool, some people say. Can't let go of the past.
But he's not an angry spirit.
No. Just annoying.
Okay. Annoying we can handle.
Yeah, annoying we can handle.
Yeah, we got plenty of work to do without him riling up the youngins, trying to get them to go off and fight some sort of war.
Well,
Good point.
Perhaps we could speak to him.
All right. So, heading down through the Ruby in the Rough. Sweet. Heading through the Ruby in the Rough, down the staircases that lead far, far below, into the catacombs. Following Glyphic's directions, you do make your way through, and every so often you do see a ghost, kind of just flitting through the catacombs. Every now and then one will kind of notice you and give you a polite little nod. This is a situation that they've grown pretty accustomed to. There's no shortage of spirits down here, but none of them are outright hostile towards you. After a while, you do reach Pellic's family tomb, his family resting place. And Sarah, he begins to grow eager as you grow closer, like he can sense that you all are getting closer. And when you come up upon a certain crypt, he just hops off your shoulder and runs into one of the tombs. Looking in after him, you can see he kind of scuttles across the ground and stops in front of a particularly ornate gravestone. And says, "Here lies the family." I don't remember Pelek's last name, but it would have his last name on there. And you can see that it is memorialized as the family having fallen during the Battle of Blingden Stone. And you see Pelek's hand begin to dig down into the dirt, and he digs down and down and down and down until the hole kind of covers up. And you all see, for a brief moment, 4 spirits rise up and out of the ground. Looks like a family of gnomes, a family of deep gnomes. The 4 of them embrace each other warmly. The gnome looks towards you all, and he kind of gives you all a nod, lingering on you for a moment, Sarah, and he mouths some words which you can tell are the words "thank you" in common. Before anyone gets a chance to respond, you see the spirit drift away into a smoky haze, their spirits released and reunited.
A little tear falls down Sarah's cheek as she smiles. He's with his family again. There's nothing sweeter.
From behind you all, in the corridor, you hear a male deep gnome voice say, "That was quite noble of you." Those of you that turn around to see this voice would see a deep gnome hovering about 4 feet off the ground so that he's at eye level with all of you. He appears to be standing on a solid surface, but he is hovering, he is floating off the ground. He's wearing not ornate, but well-maintained armor. This is all spectral, you can see straight through him. He says, "I heard what you did for Vazuk as well. Seems that you all are making a habit of helping the spirits of Blingden Stone find peace." He bows deeply. "I thank you for this. My name is Jadger, last of the Burrow Wardens. It's a pleasure to make the acquaintance of such brave warriors."
Thank you, Jadger.
Jadger.
Jadger. Sorry, I'm so bad at names. I only know mine from practice.
He gives you a smile. He says, "Not a problem at all. I understand that it's a hard one for Drow to pronounce. Too many zhuz."
Just a tad, but it is a lovely name, though.
He nods. He nods and continues and says, "Well, I was hoping you'd make your way down here eventually. I was hoping to thank you for what you've done. And in the hopes that you may put any other restless spirits you see wandering these halls to rest. Not all of them wish to depart now, but many of them do. They tend to make their desire known one way or another."
Well, if there's anyone who we can help find some rest, then I think we'd all be very glad to help them.
He kind of looks you all over. You can see an appraising going on here. He comes to some sort of conclusion and nods. "I aim to re-establish the Burrow Wardens here. You may have heard. They were the former defenders of Blingden Stone. Many of the people who survived are wary of war, but there are still very many strong hearts among these people. We were doing well. Recruitment was doing well. We were establishing ourselves, but we went too far. I went too far." You can see his pride is almost stopping him from saying that. "I led an expedition into the Rock Blight. Several of the young ones I was charged to protect. We wished to fight, to find and destroy the creature that dwells in there. We failed. I failed. I got out everyone that I could, but there was one who fell. Udhusk. His body remains in the rock blight. I cannot bring it out myself. He reaches out a hand to kind of rest on your shoulder, Uranus, but it kind of just passes right through. And I dare not send any of my soldiers back to retrieve his body. If you are going into the rock blight, if you could find Udhusk's body and bring it back to me, I would be forever grateful, and you would have a friend among the Barrow Wardens.
August's body?
Udhusk. He fell in a field of crystals. Perfectly clear, almost impossible to see until you're right on top of them. He was... The Medusa got his eyes on him.
You're cutting out, at least for me.
I'm cutting out?
Just me.
I'm cutting out?
No, I can't hear you at all. Barely.
Okay. Is this any better, or is it still going?
It's like...
Okay, let me check my internet connection and see what's going on here.
That's like you've got reverb on.
Nice.
That was normal.
That sounded better.
I've got over 100 megabytes per second.
Sounds like it fixed itself. It'd also be your upload, not your download.
Oh, it'd be my upload. Okay, that's good to know.
I missed everything from when I clarified his name.
Okay. Yeah, I'm uploading 22, so that seems pretty high. Alright, so it seems to have fixed itself. Okay, it might... Yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on, but you all can hear me clearly now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what was the last thing you all heard clearly? Clarifying Jadger's name? Jadger's name?
No.
Udhusk. Okay.
Lost.
Okay. So Jadger has basically asked you all to retrieve Udhusk's body. He says that he fell in a field of crystals, so clear you could almost stumble across them without seeing them. He says that it was in this field of crystals that they confronted the Medusa, and Udhusk was slain by the creature. Petrified, turned to stone.
Ooh. It might be hard for us to return his remains if he was turned to stone.
He nods and says...
We'll try, obviously. But,
We'll
yeah.
find a way. We'll find a way. Don't worry.
He says, however distasteful it might be, if you could bring any of him back to this place, Jadger can help him find rest. Duast.
Can you describe him? I might have a means to find him, but perhaps an object he carried? Did he have anything distinct?
He nods and says that he carried with him a wooden sculpture of a giant rat, a family pet of his.
A giant rat or just a rat?
A sculpture of a giant rat, so it's basically just a sculpture of a little rat. But
okay. I'm sorry, just giant rats are a thing. I swear.
It's a giant miniature space hamster.
Well, if
a miniature
we can,
giant space hamster.
If we can bring him back here, then we will.
He nods and says that he awaits your return, and then proceeds to step through a nearby wall.
Have to admit, it's a very handy way to get around.
ROUS.
Well, Now that Pellic has been laid to rest, I think it's time to go get Ugask.
Which means, I think, potentially fighting a Medusa.
Well, I've got my shiny knife. I feel prepared.
Maybe we could just stop by the market quickly. See if there's anything else that could help us.
Yes, like 3 more shiny knives.
That is certainly an idea.
All right. So heading to the traders' grotto to try and find some more mirrors or shiny knives.
I mean, I would like to go.
Okay. So, yeah, the traders are all there. Your human friend, who you all didn't get his name, but his name is Marcus. Your human friend Marcus, the trader, is there, posted up as well. You know, he's selling weapons and armor and the like, but in the Trader's Grotto, you can certainly find some mirrors. I mean, mirrors aren't exactly super rare, so you could find a few mirrors here. They wouldn't exactly be cheap. I'd probably say 5 gold a piece for just a standard hand mirror.
Any way to stick him to our shields?
Yeah, does anybody have proficiency in any sort of artisan's kit that would help in this?
No.
Okay. In that case, you all can attach them. However, whenever you are struck, there will be a possibility that the mirror breaks.
I don't know. Do you know anything about shields and attaching stuff, Sarah? I don't mean to stereotype, but you are a dwarf.
I have rope for tying things.
What about Eldeth?
Eldeth does not have any tool proficiencies, unfortunately.
I can drive land vehicles. I could attach it to the rope and drive it around and around your shield. No, I don't know.
Between the two of us, we could make a mirror mobile.
A mirror mobile.
I would like to see this mirror mobile.
So would I.
I mean, perhaps there's someone in the marketplace we could pay to just adhere it to our shield. Not too difficult.
Makes sense, Sarah.
That does make some sort of sense. Leader. So we can go ahead and add another 2 gold to that, making it 7 gold a mirror to purchase the mirror and then have it attached carefully to your shields or any other surface that you want them attached to.
This will mean that our shields can be struck without it being...
Correct.
Ooh. I will pay the 7 gold for that, for myself.
So pay the 7 gold and tell me where your mirror is.
My shield.
Okay. Inside or outside? On the inside, I'm sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I may need to style my hair on the fly.
Alright. So Sarah has the dagger already?
Yes.
Okay. And you're having that attached to your shield?
That was the plan. That was her plan, yeah.
Okay, cool. So just 2 gold to have that done. Gresh, are you purchasing a mirror and having it attached to anything?
No.
Okay. Cillian?
No.
Okay. And Schrodinger will also abstain. Word. You ever do that thing where like you say the sentence in your mind and you have the sentence all worked out, but when you go to say it out loud, the word's just gone?
Yes.
Yeah.
It just
All the
happened to me with the abstain.
Ah.
All right. So armed, are you all ready to head to the staging area?
Yes, please.
Sure.
I mean, there's other things. There's plenty of other places to see and things to do if you want to do something else first.
I've just attached a blade to my shield. I feel like... Don't we have... I think we've got to go to the barracks to talk to the guy.
He said he was at the
Good
staging
point.
area.
Oh, the staging. Oh, that's the staging area. Okay. Well, I'm very excited about this, so let's go.
Okay.
And Sarah will walk backwards, practicing using the shield. Look at me, Gresh! Look, I'm walking backwards perfectly!
Make a dexterity save.
Oh, good lord.
Peaceful.
I
Please.
have an aura.
Breaks mirror.
What's your aura?
I
No,
think
it-
it's included in the
adds.
roll.
Oh no. Okay, you trip and you almost fall, Sarah. You have to catch yourself, but you manage to keep your footing.
Whoa! This is exciting! Is Gresh even smiling remotely? Like,
Not at all.
Not at all.
I didn't think so.
Stoic.
Crash.
Okay. All right. So, you all arrive at the staging area, and you see an area fortified and defended by 8 deep gnomes. There is also 4 armored cave badgers here as well. They all kind of look up towards you and sniff at the air as you approach. So yeah, you approach and you can see several busted up bodies of earth elementals. They've been kind of added to the barricades in various places. And as you approach, Sark Axebarrel approaches, says, I was wondering when you all would be coming through. I had high hopes that you all would come to assist us. So, gonna go hunting a Medusa, are you?
Do you believe that's the plan?
He nods. Says, very well, very well. Be on your guard, and believe me when I say, no one expects you to face the beast on your own in there. I see you've bolstered your numbers a bit, that is wise. And he gestures to Eldeth and Stool and Sereth. Says, remember though, all we need you to do is find it. If you don't feel up to killing the beast yourself, just come get us and we can send you back in with another 8 of our men to help.
That's nice.
He nods.
Do you know where it is currently?
We do not. All we know is that it's in one of the caverns in there. So, as you all are having this conversation, you all begin to hear a deep gnome. Sounds young. High-pitched, his voice breaks a couple times as he's running. Wait! 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 You see he's running, he's got all kinds of ceremonial garb on. They're obviously way too big for him. He almost trips over them as he comes running in. Wait! Wait! And you see the guard captain, Sark, kind of look towards you and he says, Gurnik. Sorry about this one. He's new to the position. And the kid, he's almost a kid, right? Barely maybe out of his teens, maybe, but likely still like 17, 18. Very young, especially for a deep gnome. He runs up, he's like, ah, and he trips over his robes and splats right into the face, right in front of you, Cillian. And he looks up and he says, you, human, you're the one who speaks to the stones, are you not?
I mean,
He
they spoke to me once.
He gets up to his feet and brushes himself off. He's like, I'm very sorry for having to approach you like this, but I'm Gurnik Tapfinger. I oversee the steadfast stones since my grandfather. Well, he can't do it anymore. Well, I heard... He's trying to catch his breath. I heard that you have a connection to the stones. When I heard that you were going into the Rockblight, I knew I had to find you. Here, take this. And he hands you a ruby gem that he has to use both of his hands to hold it. You could hold it in the palm of one of your hands, but it would fill most of it. He says, one of our holy sites is inside. Says, the steadfast stone is in Rockblight. It's a focal point, a place where all of the Underdark meets, all of the energy of the entire place comes together and flows through this one stone. It's been... Well, we think it's what's causing Orgrimmok's bane. We think it's what's allowed him to gain such terrible sentience. He describes a ritual to you, Cillian. He says, could you place this at the base of the steadfast stone? That's all you need to do, just place it there and then defend it against Orgrimmok and his minions. If you can do this, we may be able to understand more of what's happening throughout the Underdark. He kind of lifts the stone towards you.
I will take it from him, and I'll look at the group and... What do you guys think?
I think it makes sense.
We'll give it a shot. Depends on what we see, what we find in there. But...
Thank you. If you can't, just make sure you bring back the stone. Don't let Orgrimmok take this. The power he would wield if he came into possession of the singing stone is... He gulps. Frightening. Sark kind of looks over. Is there anything else, Gurnik? He says, No, thank you. I need to go back and return to my duties. Thank you. And he turns and runs again, his robes trailing behind him, obviously way too big for him. Sark kind of leans in, he says, Gurnik's been going on and on about dark forces moving through the rock. Don't mind him. If you find it too difficult to place this pretty stone wherever it is he wants it placed, don't spend too much worry on it. Gurnik is likely just having bad dreams. He's been through it, you know.
Worth a shot.
You wouldn't happen to know about anything dark moving through the stone, would you? He seemed to think that you would have... that it had something to do with you.
I did have a vision in Gracklestug of flowing... I don't even remember what it was.
So you described the scene to him. It was it was the Underdark engulfed in fungus and mold and ooze and slime, and it pouring out into the surface to engulf everything. Was the gist of the vision. So you described that to Sark, and you see his face become very concerned. He says, I would have thought that Gurnik had talked to you before. You basically just mirrored the same thing that he's been rambling on about. Maybe there is something to it. Demons. A real incursion. You really think that's true?
Well, we've run face first into a demon prince ourselves, so it's not looking good. But we'll find out more.
He nods and looks to one of his lieutenants. Call in second watch. Let them know we'll be running 2 watches on the gates from now forward. He nods and he says, it's good to have confirmation that there is such a darkness lurking here. It's hard to devote resources to the ramblings of one young and inexperienced priest, but hearing it backed up by you lot, I think we'll put some more stock into Gurnik's... I was going to say ravings, but Gurnik's words now. He turns and says, open the gate! Let them through! He turns back towards you. Do not open the second gate until this first gate is closed securely behind you. Do you understand?
Of course, if that's what you wish.
He nods and says, we must form as much of a barrier between us and whatever's on the other side as possible. 2 doors is far better than 1, so do not proceed through the second until we have closed this one. Alright. So, are you all ready to proceed into Rockblight?
Yes.
When you say it like that...
Maybe not.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Alright. So,
What's the worst that can happen?
yeah! Would you like me to tell you?
No.
No, let it be a surprise.
Alright, so Sark and his men open the large stone gate. It takes 4 of them to open it. You all cross through into a long corridor. Another less ornate but equally sturdy door on the other side of this corridor. The doors shut behind you. You'll approach the other side of the door, and it takes a few of you, it takes some effort, but you are able to push through it. And with that, we'll enter into Rockblight. Now, I did forget to mention that Sark did provide you all with a map of the region, showing you all the basic locations and other such things. So I'm going to go ahead and unblock this entire area for you, so you can see and plot out your route of exploration and search for the Medusa. Okay, everybody. So, the zones are as follows. The only one that is clearly marked as a location on your map is the Standing Stone. Right here. The Steadfast Stone, which is here. Everywhere else is simply described as having once been antechambers, observation chambers. Down here is an audience hall, kind of like a theater back when this place was still functional. You have residencies through here. Steadfast Stone and priest's quarters. So where would y'all like to search?
I suppose one way to do it is to stick to the periphery and make our way around and gradually circle inwards.
That's a very logical idea, sir.
I learned it in soldier school.
There's soldier school? What'd you learn? Other than soldiering.
Stick 'em with the pointy end.
That's right.
That's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to be rude.
Cillian and I went to the same school. Well, similar. Okay, the gate behind us closed?
It is.
Then let us open the next gate.
Heavy stone gate. You can see to the north, the passage is completely caved in. A veritable mountain of rock blocks the passageway. To the south, you see a large pool. And everyone here has dark vision, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So you all see a large pool that opens up into a larger cavern that appears to have once been residences to the south.
Okay, let's make our way south.
Towards the pool.
Yeah, scout around the pool. Oh, Gresh, now, do the Medusa like water?
They don't have any disposition towards it.
Okay. I say
So
we tread lightly. Be nice and quiet.
Okay. So as you all begin to head southward, you see that this area is flooded. There seems to be an underground stream that fed into this area, possibly a well, but it has long since overflowed, and makes the entire area splish and splash as you walk through.
Do you notice anything weird about the water? Anyone?
And I intently study the water.
Sure. Make a perception check.
I shall do so.
18?
Yes.
Okay. You can see in the deeper portions of the water something slick seems to move across the surface. At first it looks like a glimmer of oil, but as you focus in on it, you can see that it moves with intent. It is near the center of the pool at the deeper end, closer towards the wall.
There's definitely something in that water. I can't quite tell what.
Best to scout around the edge. Keep in the
Agreed.
shallows.
Do we have to go in the water to get past?
You have to move through the shallow area, so let's go ahead and get a group dexterity save from everybody. Or, you know what, better yet, group stealth check.
Yeah, because I'm so stealthy.
Ooh, look at Cillian raising the curve.
Oh, no, wait. No, ignore perception.
We
I mean,
need the
guidance.
NPCs as well, so we need...
Sareth, I had him open.
Yep, we need Sareth, we need Eldeth, we need Stool.
Okay, Dex.
I'll go ahead and roll for Stool since his character sheet isn't working very well right now.
Go, Sareth.
Oh, I think I... No, that doesn't make any sense. Weird. And Stool... Stool got a 16. Okay.
Add 2 to Aldeth.
Okay. So 14, 27, you guys are probably fine.
Do it.
Okay, yeah. Alright. You all get past the pool. The slime moving across the surface does not seem to notice you all as you all get past it, and the cavern opens up into a series of large residential chambers.
Oh, look, it's a little town.
Ghost town. Every step echoes against the walls beyond your little circle that you can see. The air is cold and damp, and you can hear a waterfall somewhere nearby. You also begin to hear the faint echoes of battle. You hear drow war cries, Swerfneblin, battle calls, sound of steel ringing on steel, and the sound of blades impacting flesh.
Do you think that's a real battle that we're hearing?
Maybe a battle from the past, perhaps? An echo caught in the stone.
Is there any use to check out these dwellings? I mean, I don't suppose she'd just be hanging out.
I guess she's gotta sleep somewhere.
As you all approach one of the dwellings, you hear footsteps, running footsteps. Ding, 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 ding. You look towards the sound. You don't see anything at first, but the sounds of battle seem to be following closely behind these frantic footfalls heading in your direction. A brief moment later, you see a Swerfneblin man, middling years, running towards you, panic-stricken on his face. He charges towards you all, running right towards the dwelling that you all are approaching. As he runs towards you, who do you all think was taking up the back, was in the rear of our formation?
Sarah.
Sarah?
What?
Okay, we'll go ahead and do it this way. We'll do it randomly. So there are 7 of you, right? 4 of you, 5 including Schrodinger, and then your 3 companions, so 8. We'll write down the line in the journal order. 8. So that makes it one of the NPCs. That would make it Eldeth. So, this Swerfneblin runs right up and runs right towards Eldeth. Eldeth just happens to be in the wrong place as this spirit comes rushing up to her. And as it approaches, he shrieks at the top of his lungs, "Get out of my way!" And as he does, his form distends and distorts terribly. I need Eldeth to make a saving throw. I will inform you of its right now. I need Eldeth to make a wisdom save.
So I'll just roll wisdom.
Yep. Ooh.
You get +2 because of your aura.
8 is no good.
9?
9. 9?
Yeah.
9 is better.
Okay.
9 is better. Okay. So Eldeth is terrified as this spirit runs right through her. Eldeth is frightened. Furthermore,
can we get frightened within Sarah's aura?
that is a good question, can you?
I check. No. Yes, you can, I think.
Okay. So Eldeth is terrified. You see her complexion completely drain of all color. Her jaw kind of drops, and she is just absolutely terrified. She begins stepping away from this ghost. The spirit runs straight through Eldeth, passing through her bodily, and grabs a hold of your armor by the front, Sarah, and screams, "They're coming! We must hide!" Sarah, 22. Does that hit you?
Yes.
You take 15 necrotic damage. How do you all respond to this? You can feel your life energy draining away from you, Sarah. You can feel this sharp ache as this happens.
I cast Sacred Flame on the ghost to get it off her.
Fantastic. It shrieks and spins unnaturally away into the air, covering its eyes as this sacred flame kind of washes over it. It then turns towards you, Uranus, and says, "They are coming! We all must hide, you fools!" And it swoops past you and into the residence that you all were just about to enter.
I follow it in.
It is rushing towards a back bedroom. Uranus, you see it go in there, you follow it, and it flies under the bed, and you can see it kind of clawing at something under the bed before the entire apparition just sinks into the ground.
Oh, wait, don't go. Sir? Does it come back?
Does not.
Can I look under the bed?
Can.
Actually, can I look under the bed from a distance first?
Sure. Make a perception check. Ooh, nice. Okay. There's no ghost under the bed. No monsters. What you do see, though, is a little lockbox. A single little gem glimmers on its surface.
I will nudge the lockbox with my sword.
It moves, making a little grinding sound as it moves across the stone. It's heavy.
Okay, I'll use my sword to kind of drag it out.
Okay.
Anything else underneath the bed, or just the lockbox?
Just the lockbox.
Anything else in the room?
Okay. You do not see anything else in the room with your 28. Nothing of interest, anyways.
I'll walk. Yeah, if there's nothing else in here, I'll go. I wish the ghost had stayed. I'll walk back to my party with the lockbox. I don't know what that ghost was freaking out about, but it seemed to be hiding this, or at least it.
It's been about 2 or 3 minutes now. Eldith has snapped out of it.
Are you both okay? I can do some healing if you'd like.
Eldith kind of gives a nod. I don't know what came over me. I'm okay now, though. No worse for wear. She looks over to check on you, Sarah.
There is darkness in that creature, and it felt it get into my bones. A little.
Well, I'll cast the Cure Wounds on Eldeth. Ooh, 8. That's not bad. Could be better. That's roughly half of what she lost, isn't it?
Yeah. Sarah, yeah.
How much did Eldeth lose?
She did not lose any.
Oh,
she
then
was
yeah,
just
there you go, Sarah.
Sarah's aura saved her from aging up 30 years.
Oh, I wish that happened to me.
What do you think the ghost wanted with the box?
I don't know. I didn't open it yet. Maybe it's. I don't know. Maybe it's photos or something sentimental. I think he wanted to protect it. People tend to hide things under their bed that they don't want other people to find. At least that's why I hid things I didn't want found.
Oh, let's open it up.
I shall open it. And we all make wisdom saving throws.
Inside, there are 10 crystals. 10 diamonds.
Ooh.
10 diamonds and a potion of invisibility inside.
Sarah, they're so pretty.
Each diamond is worth 100 gold.
Ooh. And there's 10.
There's 10.
Ooh, that's 9 uses of Revivify. If you'll allow me to use a collection of diamonds rather than just one.
I don't care how many you use.
Oh, cool.
As long as you get the GP value, you're good.
I will. Do you mind adding that to the loot, Sarah?
Sure.
10 100 GP diamonds
10
and a potion of invisibility.
100 gold diamonds. And I'll add that to our gold counter, although I don't know how. Maybe they were family heirlooms or something. Maybe that's why he wanted to save them so much. Or he just wanted to save them because they were worth something. People do interesting things when they think the end is upon them.
Well, I don't want to meet up with any more. Perhaps we should just move on from here.
I'm disappointed I couldn't help him. I know what he did to the two of you wasn't, well, it wasn't very nice. But he's clearly in some distress. I would have liked to be able to put him to rest or find some peace. I think moving on from here makes sense.
Are there more dwellings here, or?
There are. It's a little village.
So
Along
Sarah will stick her
Sorry.
head out the door and see if there's any more ghosts running about.
So the sound of battle is distant everywhere here, right? It always sounds like there's a fight happening right around the corner. Regardless of what building you're in, regardless of how far you are, it always seems about the same distance away. As far as the other denizens of the village, every now and then you see just a little after image of somebody kind of walking or running or falling during the battle. But no solid apparitions like you were seeing. You can tell that there's just an echo of the trauma that happened here, just glossed across the entire surface of this place. How long do you spend here?
How long would it take to search the homes?
If you wanted to search each home, probably at least 2 hours.
Oh, Christ.
There's a lot. It's a little residential zone, right? There's probably a good dozen or so homes.
Well, I mean, we just passed by. We're looking for the Medusa, so I think we should just sort of make our way through the village, peep in some windows, and move on if we don't see anything.
Okay. So if you're just moving on like that, just let me know where it is you'd like to head next.
Cillian? Where next?
You have
Okay.
the audience hall down here, and then the steadfast stone and priest's quarters over here.
Wait, pardon? Can you repeat that?
Yes. So you're inside of Rockblight. There are basically two different directions that you could go right now. There is the audience chamber here. It's kind of like an amphitheater type of place. And then you have the steadfast stone and the priest's quarters.
let's make our way to the waterfall.
Sure. If that's where you want to go.
Okay.
And as we go, we'll just kind of peer into the homes.
Got it.
Looking for...
Yeah, every now and then you see the after image of people going about their daily chores, and then, of course, brief flashes of the violence that ended that piece. Nothing solid, nothing consistent like you would see from some of the other spirits. It's just very, very quick flashes and after images, almost seen out of the corner of your eye. As you all... Go ahead.
Can I keep an eye out for a wooden statue of a giant rat?
Yes.
Or a giant wooden statue of a rat? Either or.
Okay. Yeah, you do not see any in this area. Okay. You get to the waterfall. This is it was clearly once a featured design. There was a fountain at the center of this waterfall, kind of like a little artificial lake, a pond, if you will. It has since burst its banks and slowly laps water up into the residential area. There are a pair of staircases on either side of the waterfall that lead up and into the amphitheater.
Okay. We'll take the left staircase up.
Yeah. Sure. Let's do this. I wonder what kind of plays they put on in this amphitheater. Anyone know any deep gnome classics?
No.
Okay.
Like Nomeo and Juliet?
Nomeo and Juliet, damn it.
I didn't see that one coming. That's funny.
I can't take the credit. I think that's a film at some point. It did really well as a play.
Oh, all right. So, rising up to the stairs, you enter into a large open chamber. There's a shallow, swiftly flowing stream that bisects this chamber. Crystalline formations sprout from the floor on both sides of the stream, and rough-hewn staircases at the back of the cave climb 30 feet to a barren stone ledge with a pair of winged statues perched atop it.
And are the statues moving, or...?
They are not. They are immobile.
Wait, so...
You saw nothing? That was my fault. This is supposed to be on the jam later. You see two statues at the top of the staircase.
I like the crystals. I walk over and tap one.
They
like
ring.
Ferray's crystal?
What was that?
Are they like the Ferray's crystal?
No, actually. These are perfectly clear. So much so that you almost can't see them until you're right on top of them. Perfectly crystal clear.
And I look through one and look at my hand through it.
Yeah. It distorts slightly, but you can see almost magnified.
I wonder if that's how they make glasses. Are there any small ones around? Or are they all just big chunks like this?
Big chunks like that, yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
I kick one. This is a break.
How hard do you kick it? Make an athletics check.
I give it a good go, but I don't want to hurt myself in the process.
Yeah, make
I'll try to use the sole of my foot.
Okay.
An athletics check.
Athletics,
God,
yeah.
I may break my foot.
Okay. You give it a good solid kick. Doesn't give. Good solid heel kick.
I never get good things. How's that sword treating you, Sarah?
So far, so good. This place is creepy. Do we hear anything, like footsteps or battle or anything in the amphitheater?
No, there is no sounds of battle here.
Okay. So Sarah will just continue to scout forward.
Okay.
She'll hug the wall. She'll be looking, I mean, for footprints. I don't know if Medusa leaves footprints or
Okay.
maybe like people that have been turned to stone. Any evidence that she might have been in this area.
Okay. You can go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh.
Survival would also be appropriate.
Do I see you looking?
Yes.
I give you
Uranus.
guidance.
Thank you. Would that be a footprint I see? Survival or...
Anyone proficient in survival can make a survival check. Anyone else can make a perception check or investigation. $19. Okay.
I'm running a lot of natural ones. So,
Okay. Cillian, did you want to try survival?
Cillian, I swear I found a set of footprints here.
how certain are you, Sarah?
She's looking at her own footprints that she just made.
Okay. Okay, so no immediate evidence that anything was traveling through here. Uranus, yeah, there's some disturbed dirt, there's some disturbed ground around, but you don't see any obvious signs of habitation or immediate evidence of anything suspicious being here.
Ugh, this is a dead end. Let's go back.
Sarah, surprising absolutely everyone, I am so very sure, you see, as you approach the stairs, one of the gargoyles turn its head towards you. It remains motionless. The second one also turns its head to regard you.
You regard her?
Sorry, that's very funny.
I know.
She says, like whispering, "The stone is moving."
It does that here. Greet it, you're our negotiator.
Okay.
Sarah, as you step onto the staircase, it leaps from its mount and charges at you. Roll initiative, everybody.
I'm gonna let you get too far away.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
It's one of those nights. Alright. It's a good thing I got a shiny knife on my shield. I feel that's gonna come in handy. Alright.
Ooh, south. Ooh.
Stool Okay, good stuff. Stool has his new abilities. If anyone clicks on Stool, do they get the new list of abilities with the pacifying spores and the sun sickness?
Yes.
Awesome.
He's got a fist.
He's got fists.
Fists of mushroom.
Shroom fist.
Ooh.
And he gets to go
Damn.
first. Cillian, will you be controlling Stool?
Only.
Yeah.
Only fair.
Maybe at some point. Whoever wants to.
I'd be more than happy to if you don't want to.
Yeah, let me see what he's got first.
All right.
Sorry, I'm too damn tired.
No, you're good. You're good.
We need to get him some armor. 12 is a little light on the AC side.
Okay. So all Steel can do at the moment is just advance. So while Cillian goes over the character sheet, we'll just move on from that to Uranus for now. All Steel would be able to do is just move. So whenever you want to, Cillian, just move him on up.
And I see, so how high up are the gargoyles?
The stairs go up 30 feet.
Can I see the gargoyles?
You can.
Okay, good. Hmm. I will use... which one do I prefer? They're probably not wise. I will point to this one as a melodic ringing fills the air as I use Total Dead.
Nice.
I think I'm within.
Sarah had to be
feet.
within 30 feet to activate the thing, so you gotta be pretty close.
Yeah, 60 feet. Yeah. So, can it make a wisdom save for me?
Indeed.
Oh, that's not- onto the caster. Where is it? Total Dead. There we go.
It does succeed.
No. That's anticlimactic.
Indeed.
With... Oh, do I start doing it now? Why not? No, I'll hold off. That's the end of my turn.
Sereth.
Sorry, Sarah. Sareth will pull out his longbow. And he will take shots at... Yeah, he can do that. Longbow's a good range. Oh, yeah. He'll take shots at the one that's nearest to Sarah.
Okay.
And he gets to make 2. Ooh. 3.
16 hits.
Ooh.
8 piercing, 6 poison. It takes no poison and 4 piercing.
Come on. And 3. Oh, I should have got bloody him a magical weapon. And he shoots again.
18 hits. The gargoyle. You said you were shooting at the one closest to Sarah, right?
Yes.
Okay. It takes 2 piercing and no poison.
Everything has poison immunity. I hate the Underdark. That's it for his. Oh, actually, he will. Yes, he'll get closer to Gresh.
Okay. Cillian.
And
Sorry, my map keeps freaking out on me.
Yeah, Roll20 is riding the struggle bus for sure.
This is peak D&D.
Oh my god, I can't even like move the map or do anything right now.
Were you just gonna take your hand crossbow shots?
Yeah, if I could see where they are.
You can see 2 gargoyles currently. Oh, jeez, no you can't. I forgot, you got them human eyes.
I got umbral sight, so I should have 60 feet of dark.
One of these days that will stick. There you go. Okay, so you can definitely see one of them.
Okay. Hunter's mark. That one with the mark.
Cillian, I accidentally just reset your token actions. I'm sorry. if your bar is suddenly massive at the top of your screen now.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's alright. Just won't use that. Anyway, yeah. I'm on Hunter's mark, and I'm gonna shoot it twice.
Okay.
Big surprise.
This one, right?
Correct.
12 does not hit.
Well, I'm gonna use Sessional because session's almost over.
Okay, so 7 and then 10. Awesome. Another 5, so 15 total. Good.
And then distracting strike.
Okay, disadvantage if it attacks anybody but you.
Nope. Next ally that attacks it has advantage.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
19, good hit.
For 10.
For 10 more, okay. Good stuff. It is hurting.
That is all.
Resh.
I will move up so I can see. And that... Let me see. The one that's closest to me has been hit, right?
Yes.
Okay. I will firebolt it.
Firebolt. Anyone's good hit.
For 16.
16, jeez.
Fire damage.
Yeah.
Speak a little bolt of lightning. Just past Cillian. And that will be my turn. I won't move anywhere else.
Okay. Eldeth.
Eldith will move up a bit. And she will... she can only see one. So she will shoot at this one. (16) 5 piercing.
Weird. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Okay. 5 piercing, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
The one near Sarah. This one.
Got it.
I don't see any other.
Okay.
And she'll take her second shot. For 12.
16 hits for 12. Okay.
And that will be her. She'll just hide out behind the crystal here.
Okay. This gargoyle swoops down. Check its movement quick. 60 feet fly speed. Love to see it. Gets right up in Gresh's grill. This one flies down to attack Sarah.
Counterspell.
Okay. Okay, Gresh. It is a 20 and an 18 to hit as it lashes out at you with its claws and then tries to sink its teeth into your shoulder.
1 sec.
Okay.
Can't. Oh my god. Alright. This already I always have on. I gotta do the calculations here.
Okay. Yep.
It hits me.
Okay. So you are looking at 8 slashing and 5 piercing, Gresh. Sarah, the one closest to you, does the same. It is a 17 and a 19 to hit.
No, miss.
Brings us to Shro. Magic missile! This one. For 9 points, down it goes. Brings us to Sarah.
Sarah will bring out Dawnbringer. I imagine light would start to flood the room, and she will strike at the stone thing.
25 hits.
Oh, Lady of Light, you have not failed me. And,
Nice.
And the sword strikes across its face.
Fantastic. 11 points of radiant damage. Leaves a molten streak across its face where you struck it.
Come, my lady, let us finish this together.
Ooh, nice. Another 8. Sarah, you do cut its head cleanly off with that blow.
Well done, Lady of Light.
It sings and tells you that it senses something dark approaching.
And she'll say to the rest of the group, something dark approaches. Be on your guard.
As Sarah says that, Cillian, Aranis, and Schrodinger begin to feel it most prominently, the earth shaking beneath your feet, a slight rumble, almost like an earthquake, except centralized directly beneath you. Cillian, you see the water in the stream beginning to part and flow away at weird angles. Go ahead, Aranis.
I was gonna say, can I roll out the way?
Well...
You said it's coming from below us.
It is, indeed. You all see a humanoid monstrosity made of earth and black stone erupt out of the ground in the center there. It strikes out. Once at Cillian. Cillian, 16 to hit.
Just hits me.
Okay. That is going to be 10 bludgeoning damage, and then with its other fist, it swings on the backhand to swing at Aranis. 25 to hit Aranis.
I use my reaction for warding flare.
23 to hit Aranis.
Motherfucker. That still hits.
16 bludgeoning.
Oh, okay. That's... Wow.
What's Stool gonna do?
Kick, punch, it's all in the mind.
What am I concentrating on?
Not dying?
I mean, I succeeded.
How many hit points does he have?
Yes, 22.
Oh, he's gonna emotionally support us.
Alright. I guess that brings us to Uranus. He does have some really good out-of-combat skills. Like those pacifying spores are going to be really good if you run into some hostile creatures or something.
I want... Uranus will... Sorry.
All good.
I don't want to get hit again. Did the amount of damage it did to me, did that seem like it wasn't even trying to do that much damage to me?
I mean, what do you think? In other words, I will not tell you.
Yeah.
Dear God, I think Uranus has been turned to stone.
He seems to be sweating a lot from his mouth. And his eyes.
Stop it.
He's not moving, and it's
You're
been
mean. I'm not gonna. Stop bullying me.
more than 6 seconds. I fear the worst.
I'm not healing any of you. Okay, so I'm gonna regret this. I will stand opposite Cillian, and I will cast Inflict Wounds.
Inflict wound. Saving throw result. Oh, that's just an attack. My bad.
Yep, at second level. If I can upcast, I think I can copy it. Yeah, second level. Oh,
23 hits.
Oh, when I click the button, it'll tell me. Yeah.
Nice, good cast. So for 22.
Yeah, 22. Try hoping for more.
All right, that certainly hurt.
I race for impact.
Bonus action, spiritual weapon.
I
inflict wounds. My bad. Yep. Okay, Sarah.
Zareth will. Actually, he's not got bad hit points. If he went there, would he also be flanking?
Yes, with a large creature, yes. We also assumed the large creature is occupying this space.
Oh, if one of the NPCs go down, would you let me revivify them?
Yeah. Any NPCs, anyone that is traveling with you all, if they go to 0 hit points, they'll have death saves. You have a chance to revivify them. All the same stuff you would normally do with one of you.
Someone remind me to get Sarah for shield at some point.
20 hits. No poison, but 4 slashing. Oh, never mind. Just 2 slashing for Sareth. He got left out of the magic weapon conversation. 21 hits, 2 slashing.
Yeah, Sarah.
Like scratching it. You just hear like clang, clang as this sword just hits stone.
Oh my! I'm so stupid. He's got a bloody.
Oh, the dagger. Yeah, the dagger. Rip.
It's on his sheet. I don't know how to. Can you add stuff to NPC sheet?
Yeah, I can. Is it in his character sheet as a weapon he can use?
I gave it to him. We found a +1 dagger, and I gifted it to him because it was drow.
Okay, 1 second.
I think it does poison damage. Am I being? I swear I remember that.
You're just making it up.
I don't remember that. Let me check the group items. Group loot. Group items. Okay, I think it was just a +1 dagger.
Okay.
So I will add that to his sheet right now for future reference, and it'll be in his token actions from here forward.
Thank you.
Okay, Cillian.
Bonus action, moving my hunter's mark to him and shooting him.
Okay. Okay. Sareth's sheet now has dagger for stab and throw.
Thank you.
Okay, good hit. 19... 20 we're at.
That was for distracting strike.
Okay.
Next attack has advantage. And yeah, I'm gonna action surge.
Nice. Good hit. Okay,
For another 14.
got it.
That's it.
Gresh did not ask how big the room was. He says he cast Fireball. Don't get any ideas.
Fireball.
It was a joke.
Oh, delay Fireball in his mouth.
Nice.
Whose turn is it now? Those two guys are dead. Let me just check a duration real quick.
Okay.
Nah, not worth it. I will cast Magic Missile at 2nd level.
As one does. I'll take a good close look at Schrodinger's character sheet, all that good stuff too, so that next session he can be more than a glorified magic missile bot. Alright, so 6 points of force. Okay, bits and pieces of this thing chip off. As it does, now you all can see a faint yellow glow emanating from inside the creature. The more cracks show up, the more it glows out. Almost like something at the heart of this thing is glowing yellow.
It's actually 8 damage. I outcast it.
Sorry.
Thank you.
That's another 2. Okay, who's next? Eldeth is up. I really gotta use the bathroom. We'll be wrapping up here within like 5 minutes, and then I gotta use the bathroom.
Okay, she will move back a little
15,
bit
20
and
minutes.
take shots
You wanna
on
wait a little
him.
while longer? Okay, I'll try and be quick. Sorry, what was that for Eldeth?
Yeah, Eldeth. She just moved, and she missed her first shot.
Okay.
And 17?
17 does hit.
Okay.
For 11 piercing. Her longbow is regular, right? Or she's using magic arrows, okay.
She's using. Yeah.
Roll a d20. Eldeth is shooting her magic arrows at stone. On a roll of a 1, that arrow is broken. Okay. Anything else from Eldeth?
No, that's it.
Shro is going to magic missile. We'll upcast that for him as well, because taking some good ideas from Gresh there. We'll just use his highest level spell slot, which is a 3rd. So that's what? 3, 4, 5 bolts?
Mm-hmm.
So 10 points of force. All right. All right, Sarah, you're up.
Okay. All right. I'm coming. 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. I can only reach there, so I will take out my javelin. $16?
16? I think 16 just hits.
Okay.
Oh, nope, 17.
Oh, oops, okay. Again! Oh!
Sessional?
Sure.
Okay. 17 hits.
2 for 2 piercing.
No magic javelins?
Not yet. Can't
Okay.
afford it.
Got it. Okay. It looks like this thing is going to get to attack again. Surprise, surprise. Okay, Sereth is there this time too, so Sereth slam. 12 to hit Sereth.
12.
12 to hit Sereth.
That misses.
And next, we've got... Uranus. Unlucky. Okay. Ooh. 27 to hit.
Warding flare.
20 to hit.
Oh, at least it was. Actually, I don't know if that was a crit, but it was way too high.
It was not a crit.
Oh.
20,
Never mind.
20 at disadvantage for 14 bludgeoning. Sarah. Uranus is getting beat up by the rock.
I feel like I
Stool still providing moral support.
damage.
Must be embarrassing for you. Oh, wow.
He's cheering us on with his hands.
Alright. His weird little mushroom hands. Alright, Uranus. Show it what's what.
I stab it with my +1 rapier.
Okay.
Do you, though?
24 hits. You do. Ooh, 12.
You do.
12. Oh, not quite, not quite.
That's a shame. And I shall healing word heal me.
Okay. Okay. Sereth is up.
What's
With
my
his-
dagger?
Plus one dagger.
It says he can make 2 longsword attacks.
He can also
and
make 2
longsword
attacks with his dagger.
Thank you. You know me so well.
Oh,
Oh my god.
unfortunate.
Oh wait. Plus. He only got +3 to that.
Is he supposed to have plus 3 to dex?
I don't know.
It would be his 2 hit would be his proficiency bonus for 2, and then his dexterity modifier. So whatever that is,
So his dex is 2. His proficiency would be
2. So he should have plus 4 to hit.
to hit. +4, but then it's +5 because it's a +1 dagger.
Okay, so plus 5 total to hit. Looks like it's only plus 2 on there, so that would only add 3, so it'd only be a 10, which would still miss.
Okay. I have updated it on here. That's weird. I clicked it. But there we go.
18 hits.
Yay. For 2 piercing.
So Sereth cracks this thing in the back with his dagger. The impact is small and shallow, but you can see the thing just freeze as the hit happens. Not move, not like get knocked forward or anything, just freeze dead in its track. It slowly turns towards Sereth and then begins to crumble into pieces and drop, falling apart into a pile of stones on the floor, at the center of which you all see a glowing yellow gem.
Damage. It's proficiency plus. It's your proficiency bonus, isn't it?
Damage is just the skill modifier, the ability modifier.
So it's 1d4 plus
2.
2. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. The gem is beginning to sink into the stone, into the pile of rubble that was once this monster. The water's quickly lapping up onto the stone, turning it into mud. The stone sinks into
The
it.
gem.
Okay. It is a bright yellow gem, Cillian. Fits in the palm of your hand. Sarah, your sword immediately says that great evil dwells within that gem.
Cillian, the stone is evil.
Well, yeah, it was 8 feet tall and just attacked us. Oh, you mean this gem? Oh.
Yeah, I mean the shiny gem in your hand.
Sorry. Everyone just keeps throwing crystals and gems at me like I'm some sort of...
Rock savant?
Yeah.
I suggest you put it on the ground and let Gresh have a look at it.
Okay. Here you go, Gresh.
Well, if it's an evil presence, maybe it's more my wheelhouse than arcane.
Here's an evil rock.
Thank you, Cillian. I will cherish this forever.
It's not a gift.
We need to have a talk about personal space.
I've heard of these gifts before. You can name them. They're like pets.
Well,
All
use your brain. Look at it. With your brain.
Yes, I will look at it with my brain.
Gresh, you can either make an Arcana check, or you can cast Identify, anything else like that.
I refuse all those things.
Cool. It's a yellow rock that glows. Gresh, you have seen such glowing yellow rocks before. This is a diamond. That is a diamond elemental gem.
Oh.
It can be used to summon elementals. However, the aura that this thing is giving off, the darkness that you feel within it, it is clearly cursed. The nature of its curse is unknown to you until you cast Identify.
Let me just climb out of the water. Uranus, this gem is cursed. A gift for you. From me to you.
Here, have this.
I'll put it in my pocket. I'll put it in my bag.
Well, what did your brain tell you? My sword told me it was evil.
Not necessarily evil, just cursed.
Well,
I gave it to Uranus. In case
Sarah,
something bad happens.
if a sword could narrow its eyes, it would, and it would say evil.
I can remove curses. It's just it requires a rather significant portion of my magic or my energy for the day. Perhaps we could do this when we're finished here.
Yes, best to keep the cursed rock on your person. I'll be over here in case anything bad happens.
Do we have a bag of holding?
No.
All right, everybody. You all can decide what exactly to do with this cursed, evil, maybe not evil rock when we come back next week. But for now, we will call it a session. And when we come back, you all can continue your exploration of Rock Blight and hopefully not be murdered by a yellow gem.